I'm Michael Braverman. I'm Mayor Acting Commissioner and Deputy Executive Director of the Housing Authority in Baltimore City. I am happy to be here with everybody this morning, celebrating such an incredible occasion for our residents, for our children, and for all the caring and committed adults that make these things happen. So I'm going to kick off the program here at C.C. Jackson Recreation Center. It's a beautiful facility, and we all took a photograph outside in the major redevelopment area in that beautiful Ripken Field, a brand new facility that came up out of the ground. And I'm looking at our folks from Rec and Parks, thank you, and the money that came to us and all the work, Councilwoman, that over all these years to create this kind of opportunity. So in a great space, on a great occasion, because of our shared commitment to addressing childhood hunger in Baltimore. We know good nutrition is essential to a child's growth and development, and that's why the summer food service program is so important. And it's not just for the food, right, but it's also for the building and sustaining community. All the kids here today, with all the caring and committed adults, is about building community, and as Madam Mayor, if you forgive me, as you like to say, creating the opportunities for all of Baltimoreans to succeed in Baltimore City. So that's what we're here about ultimately. It's a truly collaborative effort. We're going to hear from the three major city sponsors who collectively serve 1 million meals this summer. And that just demonstrates not just how great a program, but how significant the need is. And before I ask our partners to say a few words, I want to thank Brenda Williams, Director of the C.C. Jackson Recreation Center. Brenda, for allowing us to use this site as the kickoff for this particular wonderful meal site. And joining us today are the kids in the Center Summer Program who'll share a special performance with us today. So Brenda, it's all you at this point. Thank you.
So good morning, everyone. I'm Tracy Eastep, Chief of Recreation Center Operations, standing in for Ms. Brenda Williams. Thank you all very much for coming today and sharing in a summer meals kickoff. And the youth of C.C. Jackson Community Center has a presentation for you all.
Hi, my name is Ellie. I eat vegetables to provide nutrients for my body. Hi, my name is Rudolph. I drink milk to make my bones strong. Hi, my name is Taisha. I eat lean meat to help my body repair itself and to make you.
Hi, my name is Douglas, and I eat whole grains that's packed with protein, fiber, and vitamin C.
Hi, my name is Kanaya. I eat lots of food to prevent diseases such as high blood pressure. We love to eat healthy.
Sorry, thank you. Welcome all. Thank you for coming. At this time, the C.C. Jackson family, community, and BCRP would love to introduce our mayor of Baltimore City, the one and the only Miss Catherine Pugh.
I think that might be the best introduction I've ever had. Let's give her a big round of applause. A lot of enthusiasm, a lot of confidence. We like that.
Thank you.
You're quite welcome. Let me also acknowledge our Vice President of the City Council, Sharon Middleton, and Delegate Angela Gibson are both with us. And let me just say, this is, and Commissioner, I want to say thank you, but let me say how important this is. And when you think about 1 million meals being served throughout the city of Baltimore through this particular effort, because we believe in our young people and we want them to stay healthy during the summer months, because oftentimes what we don't think about is when school is out, a lot of these children don't get the kind of meals that they've, one, gotten used to, two, that they want to have, and that's what this provides for them. And at the C.C. Jackson Recreation Center, you'll see a full-fledged summer camp program. I think that's a real plus and deserves a real round of applause. The theme of this year's food program is Fuel for Our Future Heroes, because among us are many young heroes in the making. And it truly is what we do for our young people at their earliest age that will change the trajectory of their lives. And so here at CC Jackson, what we encourage is positive behavior, positive interaction, and we want to make sure these young people get the best experience they can have this summer. It is my priority to ensure that every child in Baltimore has access to nutritious food. The reality is that many of these children rely on us to make sure that this happens. Our youth have enough to think about, and the next meal should not be one of them. And so we are encouraged that we're able to do this, but more importantly, we're encouraged because we have centers like this. CC Jackson is one of the recreation centers, newest recreation centers that we've done throughout the city of Baltimore. And I hope that you all who are visiting take an opportunity not just to look around at what's happening. And I ran into a police officer who said that he used to play here as a child. So to see this revitalized gymnasium, to also see the recreation opportunities and the classrooms that are here on the inside, but also to see what's happening around us. A full-fledged swimming pool outside. I asked the young people how many of them can swim. Hands up. It's a good thing. And then outside, we have a full-fledged football field, a full-fledged basketball court, and all kinds of activities that can occur for our young people. I want to see our young people prepared to make their best summer yet. In camp, learning, having fun, and making essential meals easy and accessible is one step towards assuring their readiness for success. Only 54% of youth in Baltimore are eating summer meals. Yet we have enough meals for every child to enjoy breakfast and lunch every single day this summer. That's what this program is all about. It is really important to every parent, family member, and community to help us get the word out. Recreation centers like CC Jackson will be a designated food hub. I need you all to hear me. This is one of many designated food hubs throughout Baltimore City. And if you don't know where they are, we ask you to, there's a representative, you can dial 211, that will be happy to help you find your location in your neighborhood. Let me just say that we're very excited about this because this does not go without thought. You know, there are a lot of people who've engaged in this process, and more importantly, we make sure that they meet the requirements for our summer meals contract in the city, higher nutritional standards for the meals, fresh fruits and vegetables for every lunch. Juice is no longer considered a fruit and therefore is no longer on the menu. Meals are now served for the full length of summer, not just 8 weeks. Purchasing from local farms, emphasis on recycling and waste reduction. And that's important because in this process, we get to teach our young people how to dispose of waste properly. And so we're creating the next generation of young people who will keep our city clean. Can I get a big yes on that? Keep the city clean. What is important to know is new sites are always being added, and the locations of the site may change throughout the summer. If any organization wants to be a site, they can still contact Housing or the Family League. And again, it's very important. The number 211 is available for you to do that. This is a very rewarding collaborative between us and a number of our partners. Commissioner Braverman, we thank you for all the work that you've done as it relates to this particular project. And I really want to do a special shout out to Alice Kennedy. I don't care what Alice is involved in. Everything that Alice gets involved in, she takes it to heart. And she sees it from the beginning to the finish, to the fruition, and then you get to reap the benefits of all that you do. These healthy young people, because of the work that you've been committed to doing. Acting Chief of Staff, Julie Day, Roxanne Bagby, Program Administrator, Office of Sustainability, Food Policy Director, Holly, thank you for all the work that you do. Food Access Planner, Alice, Baltimore City Schools, we know Liz has been involved in this. She's the Executive Director of Food and Nutrition. And I also want to thank our fire department. I see the fire chief is here and its team for making sure, along with our commissioner, our police commissioner, because one of the things that we always want to make sure is that our children are safe. The Department of Parks and Recreation, Brenda Williams, who, as you heard, is the director of the C.C. Jackson Recreation Center. The Family League, thank you, Damon, for all the work that you all do. Amy, External Relations, thank you. And Melissa Moore, our program coordinator of Food Access. Let me also take a moment to thank the families. The families, because you have enrolled your children into programs that are going to be productive for them this summer. And we're going to take very good care of them. Not only are we going to make sure that they eat properly, we're also going to make sure that they're engaged in positive behavior. Let me just also say this to everybody who's listening. Whatever you do this summer, what we ask you to do at 11 p.m. is ask the question, do you know where your children are? We have got to be protective of our young people. We want them to grow up positive individuals in our communities. We see too many young people being caught up in negative behavior. That's not what we want for their future. The more we touch them, the more we put our hands on them, the more we provide them and engage them in positive behavior, we know that we will be a part of their productive lives in the future. I also want you all to know that working collectively with the city, with the private sector, with the public sector, with the philanthropic community, we've been able to raise something like almost $14 million to get nearly 9,000 young people working this summer. You can still contribute. $1,500 gets a child working this summer. We've raised over $3 million privately from the private community, the philanthropic community, so that we could fund 92 youth programs throughout the city. With the city council, we've added another $2.4 million for young people to be engaged in positive activities. And what I tell folks is, last week, when we did our call to action, over 400 people came from across the city to engage in positive activity so that we can reduce the violence that is going on in our city. But it takes all of us. And what I say to folks out there, and even to our critics, the question you should ask yourself is, what am I doing to stem the tide, to provide positive reinforcement of activities in our communities, to engage with our young people, to make sure that they are engaged in positive behavior? We look forward to your influence in terms of you being connected to the positive things that are going on in our city. This is one effort that we've put forth this summer, 1 million meals to make sure that our young people are healthy and have a great experience this summer. Thank you all. Thank you very much. Let me take a moment to introduce the Vice President of the City Council, also the councilwoman for this particular district, who continues to work really hard on behalf of all of the citizens of Baltimore and has a real affinity for the young people of our city. Sharon Green Middleton.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Thank you, Madam Mayor, and thank you for choosing C.C. Jackson in the center of Park Heights as your kickoff for this wonderful event. You have really said it in a nutshell. You know, our children, our youth are very important to this city. You are demonstrating and continue to demonstrate the importance of partnerships. I thank all of your administration that's here today. Also, Delegate Angela Gibson here for showing her support. Today is about nourishing your mind, body, and soul. And having this site as the kickoff site means so much to me and to this community. And hey, out there, I just want to tell you, please join the summer programs that we have for our youth this summer. There's many partnerships that continue to take place, and again, I can't thank you enough.
Thank you, Councilwoman Middleton. We're going to pick up the program. Now, Mayor actually thanked everybody, so that's going to move this program a lot faster, because I'm going to skip the thanks until we get to the end, and I'll ask you to raise your hand if I didn't recognize you. We want to ask Bruce Schenkel from the Maryland State Department of Education's School and Community Nutrition Program, the source of funding for this programmatic activity here, for all that they do to ensure that Baltimore's youth receive the fuel that they need every day to thrive and be successful. Bruce, are you here? I am right here. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Thank you, Bruce.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Bruce Schenkel, and I work with the State Department of Education with the Office of School and Community Nutrition Programs, that was just stated. And at the State Department of Education, MSDE, as we affectionately call ourselves, we like to say that we prepare world-class students, and we want to make sure that every student succeeds. But we can't, while education is a big part of that, you can't have a good education if you don't have proper nutrition. And when the school year ends to when the school year begins the next day, or in the fall, you have this nutrition gap. And one of the great things that the summer meals program does is it fills that nutrition gap between the end of one school year and the beginning of the next. For every, let's say, for every 100 children that participate in the National School Lunch Program during the school year, about 22 of those participate in the summer meals program. So we still have work to do. Just like if you get an A in a school, in a particular class, particular grade, there's still work to be done. And it goes hand in hand. Education, we believe also, the nutrition leads to the education. It provides the nutrition for children to learn, grow, and play during the summer months. That allows them to return to school ready to learn. So on behalf of the State Department of Education, and specifically the Office of School and Community Nutrition Programs, as the state administering agency for the USDA Summer Food Service Program, we want to thank all our partners. Particularly Baltimore City in particular has been really a fantastic, let's just say geographical area, for lack of a better phrase, of success in summer meals. As Baltimore goes, we like to say also, the whole state goes. So it's really important that Baltimore has success in summer meals, that they're reaching the children and the students that need the nutrition, not only during the school year, but also during the summer. So, Madam Mayor, thank you for your comments, all the other folks in the room and the partnering agencies. We really appreciate your support, and we look forward to another successful summer meals program in the city of Baltimore. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, Bruce. I think I go one step farther, Madam Mayor. It's a fantastic geographical area, fantastic city.
Yes.
A shout out for Baltimore, a fantastic city, and all the great work that everyone's doing to feed our children here. Now, Commissioner Davis, I can say, would you like to say a few words?
Oh, sure.
Just a few. I can say the mayor likes for us all to collaborate, all of us to get good outcomes. Collaborate, collaborate, collaborate. I can say personally that Commissioner Davis, Chief Ford have been fantastic partners as we work to make Baltimore the great city that we know it is. So Commissioner Davis, you're a great partner.
Thank you, Commissioner Braverman. And as our young people make their way out of the gymnasium, those healthy food choices that they so confidently described made me feel really badly about the lunch I was planning on eating. So it's bad enough that the mayor gets up at 5 o'clock every morning and then by 8 tells me how many miles she ran as I'm rolling out of bed. We're looking forward to being part of this great summer. Lunch will be served at the newly renovated Western District Monday through Friday, so we're looking forward to being a partner. It's in our new community room. This police station will be not only a model, hopefully for Baltimore, but for our entire nation. It's what a police department, a police district station should look like to a community. Come on in, be a part of it. It's your police station. So Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. to 3 p.m., every child is welcome, and we're looking forward to being part of this great summer.
Thank you. And now I want an opportunity for a former colleague and a person who's doing a phenomenal amount on behalf of the Family League of Baltimore City, Chief Operating Officer for the Family League, Damon Millard, for all the great work that they do in implementing this program. Thank you, Damon. You can come up.
Good afternoon, everyone. Again, my name is Damon Millard, Chief Operating Officer for Family League. Thank you so much, Michael, and also Madam Mayor, for your leadership and stewardship. We're a part of a large collection of partners, mainly through the Baltimore Partnership to End Childhood Hunger, that really gets together and focus in terms of how strategically can we address those gaps that the Mayor and Bruce Schenkel both had described earlier. One is a part of this collection. The van that you see outside is in terms of braiding resources together, one from the state level, the local level, and really how are we getting to kids where they are, and really one focusing in terms of removing those respective gaps. We want to thank the Maryland Hunger Solutions as well as the Food Policy Task Force, and also I want to pay a specific amount of gratitude to Melissa Moore, the director of our food access team, who really works in the trenches, works directly with partners, and really provide a great resource for us in the community. So I want to thank you, Melissa, for that. And also for Business Food Solutions, for hiring Baltimore City residents to provide those meals to our kids each and every single day during this critical point during the time of year. So also, Mayor, we heard your call to action that you gave us last week, and as a part of the efforts for our mobile meals program, we designated these routes around the Mayor's transformation zones to make sure that in areas where there are food deserts, we are making sure that those meals get to kids and that there are additional resources that can be provided to them in a very clear and efficient manner. So again, thank you for this opportunity, and glad to be partners of yours in this effort.
We've got a few more speakers in the program today, but Mayor Pugh has an incredibly busy schedule, and so with this, nothing is more important to Mayor Pugh than our children and ensuring that they're fed. But at this point, we understand if you will have to leave us at this point, Madam Mayor.
Thank you.
Okay. And now I'd like to ask Angela, my former colleague and state delegate, Angela Gibson. We're so happy to have you here with us today. If you could join us for just a few words.
I would.
Good afternoon, and thank you, Michael. To the C.C. Jackson community, I'm joining in support of Mayor Pugh's summer feeding program. I can't double dutch, but I promise to come back at least once or twice to help serve and to show my support for this wonderful, wonderful effort. This is a wonderful kickoff for a great summer, so we're going to have happy, healthy, safe community and children. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ellie. We're so fortunate with all the wonderful partners that we have, because this work takes so many people to do well. And so at this moment, I want to acknowledge Dr. Santelises and all the work that the Baltimore City Schools have been doing to ensure nutritious breakfasts and lunch to our children 18 years and under 5 days a week during the summer months when schools are closed. To speak a little to that is Liz Marchetta. Liz, did I get that right? Thank you very much. Could you come up and say a few words on behalf of Dr. Santelises and the school system?
Thank you so much. My remarks will be brief, but I do want to say during the regular school year, we serve about 100,000 meals every single day at the 180 plus schools throughout the city. During last summer, we only served over 300,000 meals. So we cannot do the important work of feeding kids during the summer without our partners that are here today. So whether kids are at schools or at rec centers or being picked up with our summer meals truck and fed that way, just want to thank the partners that are here and making sure we get our students fed. Thank you.
Okay, now I want to take a moment to thank Baltimore Housing for the work that Baltimore Housing has been doing. Since 2006, we have served more than 8 million meals to children throughout Baltimore City. 3.5 million breakfasts, 4.5 million lunches. And I want to give an acknowledgement to Reginald Schreiber, Deputy Commissioner of Baltimore Housing, for the work that he's done over the years. But as the mayor said, this year we have a new champion, Alice Kennedy. I think that there's not much I could add to what the mayor said about Alice's commitment the way Alice tackles a job and makes it happen, especially when she's passionate about it, like the children of our city. So Alice, you know, there isn't much more I could say to thank you. You did an amazing job, and could you come up and say a few words on behalf of the program? And I'd just like, if everyone could give Alice a big hand for the work that she's done in delivering it this year.
Hi everyone, I'm Alice Kennedy, Deputy Commissioner of Housing for Green, Healthy, and Sustainable Homes, and I put the summer meal program in the healthy part of that long, fun title. I'm really excited to be here. It's been a very long and busy 3 months. I say long because it has felt like it's been a long time, but it's been a lot of work compacted over the last 3 months with all of our partners. I couldn't be standing here today without the team that I have behind me in terms of our staff for the summer meal program, which is led by Roxanne Bagby. She is celebrating, this is her 24th year running the summer food program for the city of Baltimore. She's been with the program through every single agency that it's moved through. And a visit over to our office on Gilmore Street. It is a well-run shop we have about 25 part-time staff members that come in over the summer to help us get this program up and running. And Roxanne does that and handles all of the reporting and communication with Bruce and the state, and does it in a professional manner with a sense of humor that makes it all easy for us to get the job done, which is feeding our children of the city of Baltimore over the summer. The other piece is that I couldn't also be standing here today without the assistance of the Baltimore City Food Policy Team and Holly and Alice in the Office of Sustainability. We've had a food policy task force now for we've had that 7 years now? 7 years in the city, and one of the key pieces of that food policy task force has been increasing food access across the city. And the summer meal program and all of the partners that participate and all the sponsors that participate in the summer are critical to making that happen. Another fun, exciting thing that we have this year is that we've started 2 different programs with 2 agencies that serve the public or in the communities and helping to keep our communities safe. We're really excited for the work and partnership of Commissioner Davis as well as Chief Ford. As Commissioner Davis said, we're going to have meals served Monday through Friday at the Western District lunch, which is fantastic, and it's a way for the police officers and the youth of our city to engage in a different way and to create that community cohesion that is necessary to have a safe environment within our communities. And Chief Ford and his team and Blair have been fantastic in having us have Fridays at the fire station, and we are looking at Truck 5, which is in Waverly on the east side, and Squad 40, which is on the west side over by Liberty Heights, and they will have lunch being served every week for our youth, and that's a drop-in site. The other couple of fun things that we've done, a lot of the speakers have already mentioned some of the other things, and Mayor Pugh, we couldn't also be here without her leadership and vision, but looking at what we've done with the nutritional standards for the meals that are served, Martin's Caterers is our vendor. They've been absolutely fantastic in getting the program up and running in a very condensed period of time with high quality meals for our youth, whole grains, no juice, all that good fun stuff, plus meeting my challenge of recycling containers for all of the food so that we could reduce the trash and waste that the program meets. One of the key things is that Martin's is a partner in other ways. We're going to have 2 drop-in sites on the east side and the west side. At the West Side Shopping Center, as well on the east side on Bell Road at the food market. These are drop-in sites where your child does not have to be in summer programming. They can be at home, they can be with family members, and they're more than welcome to come and have lunch at those sites every day. And the other fun thing is that instead of doing Monday through Friday this year, we are doing food service 7 days a week. So we have increased food access from the City of Baltimore's perspective by adding Saturday and Sunday as options for feeding our children. So this is something that is extremely important to making sure that our youth are fed, not just 5 days a week, but also 7 days a week. And in that, the Open Works on Greenmount Avenue has a new farmers market that just started this past Sunday. And there'll be a summer meal site on Sundays for both breakfast and lunch, which are also drop-in sites, which are extremely important. So I'd like to thank all of our partners and notice some of the big changes that we've made and ways to look forward in terms of how we can just increase the total number of meals served. Our partners, we serve over 1.2 million. I think it probably, if we counted all of the sponsors within Baltimore City, but out of the 3 largest, we do 1.2 million. If we looked at the other sponsors, we're probably hitting 1.5 million meals a summer in Baltimore City, and that's something to be extremely proud of. Thank you very much.
You know, you could think, well, are we thanking too many people? Or you could think, this is how many people it takes, really, to do the great things that get done in Baltimore City. And we are so fortunate to have the type of leadership that we have and the type of committed individuals that dedicate their lives to doing the right thing by our city and our children. So it's taking a little while because there are just so many wonderful people getting this done every day. So here we are in a Rec and Parks facility, in this beautiful facility, in this beautiful new park, where we're serving meals to children, and we haven't thanked Rec and Parks yet. So let's ask Bob Wood, on behalf of Acting Commissioner Bill Vondersek, Acting Director, to come up and say a few words. Thank you so much, Bob.
So it's Bob Wall, but that's okay. No problem. But thank you, Michael, for the introduction. On behalf of Baltimore City Rec and Parks, we welcome you to this glorious building in Park Heights recreation complex that is second to none when you come to the acreage of what is condensed in this little area. We've made a lot of inroads up here in Park Heights. Rec and Parks assisted George Mitchell in putting the Park Heights Black Sox together by seeding him $5,000 out of our Manny Machado partnership this year. So George has got lots of stuff going on up there. But I want to thank my staff and, of course, Stella, Tracy Eastep, Miss Williams that are here today. Thank all the partners, and they are our superheroes up at 3001 East Drive, the castle as I call it at Druid Hill Park. But going back in time, you know, I talked to Alice about when was the date that this actually started. Because I got in this morning and I got to thinking, well, that 11-year-old kid in Patterson Park going to his field house that would walk 4 blocks to his field house in Patterson Park from Orleans and Kenwood. One summer we showed up and we were out on the ball fields in the morning. Next thing you know, lunches came. And we're going, wow, this is so cool. So we didn't make it home that day to the point where Mom probably was a little worried about us because, you know, you get home for lunch and you come back out and you go home for dinner. So we explained to her what happened, that, you know, they're serving lunches over at the rec center now. So that was back in 1968. So according to my math, that would put us close to or right around 50 years of Baltimore City Rec and Parks assisting with some type of summer lunch program. I was that 11-year-old kid, and there was many other 11-year-old kids and younger and older than me going to that rec center in Patterson Park. So we are so thankful for all the partners that push it to another level to get all these kids served lunches and breakfasts. Just for this year, real quickly, we're in over 40 sites through Rec and Parks. We're serving over 3,000 lunches a day and breakfasts a day for our kids enrolled in our programs. Thank you so much to everybody here again, and to my staff, the superheroes. You guys are the superheroes. Thank you.
All right, I gotta lower this microphone after Bob talks. That's the end of our program. Here's all of our adults. We're talking, and we're keeping the kids from eating. So at this particular moment, we should head over to the cafeteria. The children will be having lunch there. And before I leave, I just want to reiterate, parents who want to know where to find sites for their children can call 211, or they could visit www.marylandsummermeals.org. Have a healthy summer, everyone, and thank you.